Enter the Empress.
Nobody makes an entrance quite like Asuka.
The following is an I Quit match. There will be no pinfalls, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way to achieve victory is to make your opponent say the words, I quit. Making her way to the ring, representing the Kabuki Warriors from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
There's always something a bit unnerving about Asuka. It's not just one thing, it's everything, man.
The sinister grin, the menacing face paint, or the always looming threat of that mist. Yeah, I'd say Asuka's unnerving.
Welcome to Vice City.
And her opponent from Miami, Florida, Lola Vice!
Lola Vice takes every chance she can to celebrate her heritage in the ring, to do her fellow Cubans proud.
And she certainly does just that with her MMA strikes and fiery attitude. She is a force to be reckoned with.
She had better be prepared to face an opponent in Asuka who is dangerous and off-kilter, both mentally and physically.
And in some ways, this is the ultimate submission match, an I Quit match. Only to win this match, it's not about submissions. Wait a second. Nice show of respect here.
Shake hands all you want, but just remember, you better also be ready to throw hands, man.
There's nothing wrong with showing some mutual respect up top, but you're right. Now's the time to fight. Axe kick! At the moment.
Planted by the powerbomb.
That powerbomb was absolutely worthy of both halves of its name. Goes into the corner. Running drop kick in the corner.
Big impact on the suplex.
And now that's some nasty offense imposed on Vice.
Yeah, and it seems Asuka's just getting warmed up in terms of that endless supply of intensity Cole mentioned.
Asuka setting aside the ring apron. What's she got in mind here?
If you're looking to cause quick, sharp damage, you can't go wrong with the kendo stick.
Just a blitz of offense on Vice here.
This is what it feels like running into the buzzsaw that is Asuka.
Only Asuka can do this.
Boom! Such educated feet. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Tell me what's in the bag.
Aside from being ready to endure a lot of punishment, what kind of strategy can you really have in an I Quit match?
Make plans to take the opposition past their breaking point. Dreaming up some particularly brutal holds or torturous attacks will help you down the line in this match. Both sides with an answer to every piece of offense.
In the corner now. She needs to fight out of it.
Counter right when it was needed. Running bulldog. The Empress taking charge.
And Vice needs to find an opening fast.
She catches Lola with a counter. Asuka showing how much punishment she can withstand before getting her own offense in.
Yeah, but Asuka needs to maintain some offense to fully get back in this one.
Caught the chin.
Let me tell you, psyching yourself up like that can carry you far in a match, man.
Oh, shot right to the stomach.
Gas and no brakes with that attack.
Pouring the thumbtacks out. Emptying every last one from that bag.
Oh, man. Someone's getting put through those tacks tonight, man. Now, it's just a matter of when.
Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring. Lola Vice turning up the intimidation factor and just targeting the midsection.
Laying it in there.
The referee doing their one job here, checking to see if we're going to hear the words. No.
Got enough fight to say no. I do not quit.
Fighting through the pain, forcing this match to continue. Full Nelson. Sit out. Slam. She's starting to struggle here.
Yeah, Asuka putting real ferocity.
And she's pouring out those... With a 305.
After a move like that, I wouldn't blame her for throwing in the towel.
Oh, meet the backside of an elbow.
She might have been gloating a little too much. Lola turns that around.
Cinching in the triangle. This could be bad.
She's digging deep here, trying to...
No. A resounding no. Simply defiance in the face of adversity. Refusing to relent no matter what.
Look at this. This can't be good.
Launched into a roundhouse kick.
Axe kick right to the spine. Lola Vice setting her opponent up. About to strike with a 305.
No one will want to continue after that. Quit right now. Just grab that bag and I wouldn't want to be around to find out what's in it.
She's ready to take this match to the outside.
Do you quit? Referee has the mic in hand. Could this be the moment those two little words are uttered? Saying, no, I do not and will not quit.
Refusing to quit, this might be pride. It might be stupidity.
With an armbar.
Asuka's being overwhelmed.
Lola's doing a good job staying attached to the competition.
She fights back with the counter.
Asuka able to stop the blitz that was coming her way.
Yeah, but Asuka needs to maintain some offense to fully get back in this one.
From the top. No!
That would have been painful without landing on those tacks. I think they're going to go into shock after that.
Double arm lock. Wow. She's in for it now. Spine buster. Probably seeing double after that one. Lola isn't looking good as she stirs back up.
Asuka looking to put this in the way. The Asuka lock. Oh, Asuka lock. Asuka lock.
Digging.
Yes, I quit.
Agreeing to give up.
Tucking their tail between their legs and giving in. There's no shame in that.
Now let's take a look back at these ladies in action.
here is your winner, Asuka!
I cannot understate the Herculean effort we just saw.
This isn't just a physical victory, it's a mental one. Had to be stronger on both fronts. My God, man. Is that monster Kane?
The following contest is an Inferno match. Making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 326 pounds, Kane!
This big red monster is such a mystery. Why is he here? What's his history with The Undertaker?
I can tell you one thing I know, Cole. He's scary as hell. Won't show his face, won't say a word. Man, oh my God. But Kane is making a lot of noise already.
The dark and twisted leader of the Wyatt Six.
A twisted individual whose sick plans we can only guess at. No one knows what's really going on inside the tortured mind of Uncle Howdy.
The only glimpse we get is when Howdy gets in the ring and starts executing on those evil goals.
But even then, Howdy rarely seems to operate within the bounds of traditional logic.
Facing his most consequential hour. Megan engulfed in the flames. Tonight, someone will be set ablaze in the Salacious Inferno match. Fire surrounds our ring on all sides, and it will be used to engulf one of these superstars in flames.
I want to assure everyone watching that medical and fire control experts are standing by and ready to intervene. This is an incredibly dangerous match, but these superstars knew the risks and still went ahead with this. Get ready for anything.
Headed out to the arena floor now.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Oh, just bludgeoning the competition with that blow.
Oh, man. Big shot right there.
Those flames constantly reaching new heights. I think the reality of this match is truly setting in now. Thunderous clothesline.
Putting him in the corner for something here.
The sheen is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
And the heat of those...
Here we go.
Oh, huge miss right there.
It must be extremely disconcerting to be in the ring with that fire surrounding you. I don't even know how you concentrate on your opponent.
This setting truly is a mind game in and of itself. Not only do you need to focus on your opponent, you need to focus on the fire inching closer to you. This requires ring awareness and an acumen on an entirely different level.
What offense from the big red monster.
Uncle Howdy has to weather a storm here.
Calculating the next move here.
Reversed into a DDT.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
And he had Uncle Howdy's number. Kane has an opening.
Big gorilla press.
DDT.
And now Uncle Howdy is getting beaten down.
There's no stopping the big red monster.
Point of the elbow.
So ruthless.
Going outside. What's he got planned here?
I'll give you one guess what's in that bag. And it's not delicious candy.
Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Spike with that DDT, man.
He connects with a counter. Howdy with the count.
Oh, Kane thrown out of the ring.
Uncle Howdy is in the zone and letting the opposition know it.
Going to the top rope. What's his plan?
From above.
Here we go. You gotta be kidding me.
That could have been an absolute disaster.
Lucky for them, they got all of it.
Face first with the flapjack.
Driving those knees to the spine.
And there he attacked Kane like his life depends on toppling this monster.
An unsettling amount of pain being inflicted by Uncle Howdy.
Howdy recognizing a chance to end this.
Back elbow completely cuts them off.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Blast off!
Beautiful diving elbow drop right on the money. At this point, you are fighting the fatigue of the fire as much as you are the fatigue of the fight.
The peak of punishment there, and Kane relishing in that fact.
Kane, he got it. We're going to go for the rock. Choke slam.
And he's got the upper hand here. No better time to try and finish this hole in.
Kane with bad intentions.
But is that enough to introduce them to their fiery end?
The ring completely engulfed in flames.
Yeah, there is no escaping the inferno now.
Caught that and reversed it.
Back suplex, no! Driven down.
Howdy's attack gets reversed.
Booty boot.
If he does not start protecting his head better, it may become the main focus in this match. What a power slam!
A reversal. He saw that coming. Dangerously close to the flames.
And being nudged closer and closer by the second, putting up a fight.
Crashing to the floor like a flaming meteor. This one is over.
And let's hope the local fire brigade is standing by.
Now let's take another look at these guys in action.
Here is your winner.
Well, this Inferno match really turned up the heat on what was already destined to be a hard-fought match.
Winning an Inferno match sends a clear message that you are someone who will do whatever it takes to win. That you will walk through fire to get what you want.
Roman Reigns pumping himself up, trying to take control of this triple threat match. Critical moment here.
And CM Punk down in the middle of the ring. This dream WrestleMania main event may be about to turn into a nightmare.
And Roman Reigns is about to turn CM Punk's lights out at the showcase of the Immortals. The guillotine is cinched in.
Will Punk tap out? Is Punk going to tap out? Remember, the ropes will not force a break here. But what a counter by Punk into the jackknife cover. And Reigns has to kick out.
A much-needed way out of jail just in time, and the transition now.
Anaconda Vice cinched in. Reigns is in trouble. Punk squeezing with everything in his being.
And Rollins down, saving the matchup for himself as he looks to turn Punk on his belly and going for a sharpshooter here.
And now locked in, a tap out here for CM Reigns.
And now Reigns to Rollins into the guillotine.
Rollins now in jeopardy. Can the Visionary fight his way out? Look at the power from Seth. Northern Light suplex.
A cover, and a kick out.
Transition once again from Roman Reigns back into that choke, but a stomp from CM Punk breaks it up. Wait up, Cole.
Got a sling by Punk to GTS for the victory. Hook to the leg. Is it enough? And a kick out at 2.
How on earth did Rollins find the will to survive?
And Heyman, wow, look at him.
The wise man distraught on the outside of the ring, understandably so.
Saw his man so close to victory there, but denied by a late kick out.
And now CM Punk, the only man standing. 12 years after his last WrestleMania match, Punk is hanging strong with the 2 men.
CM Punk from the top rope.
Flying elbow drop. The Architect getting rocked by the one and only CM Punk.
And he turned it around. Punk has that look. Gonna try to end it. And Punk looking to gain control with a kick to the midsection, but Rollins still in this match.
While Rollins looking to break up this apparent GTS attempt and does so, but right back into the line of fire himself.
Bang.
GTS connects.
Spear by Reigns.
Stop by Rollins. All 3 men down. Critical moment in this match.
Oh my, what absolute chaos and bedlam inside the ring. If one man can get a cover here, it may be over.
Paul Heyman, of course, out here with this loose alliance with Punk, his quote-unquote friend. Of course, he has the history with Reigns, and now he gives the tear to Punk.
Heyman showing his true colors tonight.
What favor called in by CM Punk about to pay dividends here. No disqualifications in this kind of match.
And Punk stalking Reigns, and a low blow by Heyman. What the hell?
You made me do. You made me do. Made my tribal chief.
Roman Reigns' life was passing before his eyes, and now Heyman going to offer the chair to the tribal chief.
Bow down at the feet of the tribal chief. You have to think this was the plan all along to take out CM Punk.
And now Reigns, chair in hand. Boom!
Yeah, that didn't end up being the WrestleMania main event that I had dreamed about for years. How do you people agree to this? How do you even come up with this? Who in their right minds thinks, hey, let's drag someone to their worst moments to relive them? What kind of masochistic grease to it? Why would anyone want that? I saw what you did to John Cena a few years ago, making him relive loss after loss after loss, and then having him face the camera and say that those moments made him better for it. No, I always figured that if a CM Punk showcase was ever pitched, I'd politely tell them to take a hike. But then I saw what was done for Paul Heyman last year, what was done for the whole Bloodline dynasty. Suddenly it wasn't just reliving history, it was rewriting it. Instead of trying to take something positive from those losses, Heyman did what he always does and spins it into a victory by literally rewriting history. Well, if he can do it, I can do it better. Using what 2K calls slingshot technology, we can take any what-if dream you've ever had and make it a reality. Dream matches, ripple effects, righting wrongs, and changing history. That's what CM Punk has always been about. All right, looks like we've got someone after my own heart. A true nonconformist, someone who wants to do things their way. I need you to know that I respect the hell out of you for that. And that respect is why this is not going to be easy for you. we still put something together to make sure that you earn everything this showcase has to offer. I know that not everyone wants to live that traditional showcase life. Not everybody's got time for expertly crafted objectives and unlocking all the incredible rewards. But that doesn't mean you should be excluded from all the fun. So this year, I wanted to grant the fair members of the WWE Universe a secondary path to greatness. Think of it as the voice of the voiceless giving a choice to the choiceless. On this path, you will find a single gauntlet match where you will take on 20 opponents, one after the other. Whether my biggest historical rivals, legends that I've always wanted to test myself against, or those who comprise the biggest what-if of my entire career. They're here in this showcase gauntlet. If you can emerge as the sole survivor, then you'll get all the spoils that the showcase has to offer. You'll be credited with full completion of every match on the timeline, granting you every reward that's to be unlocked. No objectives, you know what you're doing, and we'll trust your judgment in finding the victory. No cutscenes, no time to breathe. Just one angry opponent after the other. No fluff, no mercy, no slingshot tech to help change the rules. You want to prove to truly be the best in the world? Well then, you better get to work. You want to conquer the world? This is your opportunity. Best of luck. It's clobbering time.
The following contest is a gauntlet turmoil match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
I hope AJ knows what she's getting herself into. She's skipping her way into a truly uphill battle.
She seems to believe she's got this.
And
it's her
from
impending
Union City, New
opponents
Jersey,
who should be concerned.
We know what AJ's capable of and how she dominated the Divas division during her original run, but the competition level has drastically increased.
And AJ's never faced a challenge like this marathon of top-tier opponents.
As unpredictable as AJ Lee is, a gauntlet match might even be more so.
No wonder she's all smiles. And here's this gauntlet's first opponent, dead set on playing spoiler tonight.
And from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton!
With so much talk about being the best in the world, a lot of the locker rooms watching this match tonight, waiting to see if someone's going to put their money where their mouth is or be shut up for good.
And just by this first opponent's demeanor, you can tell they don't want to waste any time. They want a quick and embarrassing victory.
When you make enemies and when you speak out, these are the kind of predicaments you can find yourself in. It'll be nearly impossible to fight out of this challenge. Talk about diving headfirst into the deep end. AJ Lee ready to run the gauntlet tonight. This is going to be the ultimate test for AJ.
A gauntlet match is the ultimate test for any superstar, but especially one who's just come back to compete after a decade out of the game. I commend AJ for having the guts to want to run the gauntlet, but I can't say it's the smartest decision she's ever made.
I feel like we should all know better than to second-guess AJ Lee. We may not understand the method to her madness, but we should trust that AJ knows exactly what she's doing here.
From the top, splash!
Ooh, and he stops that offense.
What a powerful belly-to-belly. She manages to maneuver herself out of harm's way.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And here we go. Locked in. It's locked. Looking to get out of this, and yes, able to slip out of the hold.
Feds press takes him down. You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
And Orton doesn't look as venomous after that move. That can prohibit any use of their shoulder going forward. That's going to fire you up with anger.
Well-placed elbow fights that off.
Oh, solid forearm.
Devastating neck breaker. AJ Lee getting the crowd riled up right now.
She's making the climb to the top rope. Perched up top. Almost lost her balance, but regained it through the air. It connects.
However much you think that hurt, I promise you, it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy. A lot of factors come into play in a match like this, such as the luck or lack thereof from the draw.
Luck is for losers. Preparation and endurance is going to get you further than just hoping and praying for some kind of
Cover! And easily stops the ref's count.
Showing that resilience, not an easy competitor to keep down at all.
Ah, drop kick to the spine. He has to be in a world of hurt here. Oh, a flurry of strikes.
I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage.
Oh, look at this. Arm wrench. Bang!
So accurate.
Shoulders down. And it's Randy Orton able to stop the count.
Easy kick out there, but they'll get harder soon.
Oh, scattered that one. Now Orton looking for some momentum.
Orton hoping to start a rush of his own with that attack.
And an armbar applied here. Armbar stretch applied.
The advantage in Lee's corner now.
This is Lee looking at her best. Struggling for balance, I suspect the end is near. Flipping the script into a jawbreaker.
What a counter, power slams. Digging deep for a kick out.
What a match. The knee.
He looks absolutely gassed here.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes now. From the top, splash.
Is it enough? The cover. 2 count. Kicks out.
Oh, man, this has to be getting close to the end. Hold on, here she goes. AJ applying the Wait, Orton may tap here. Or he might actually escape.
Snap suplex. Lee couldn't find a way out of that maneuver. Boom. That puts her on the offensive.
Right hand after right hand. This is ugly. Stalking here. Could be a prelude to something big.
Uh-oh. Orton is getting tied up in a submission hold.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Michael Cole, but Orton is seconds away from submitting.
Needs to escape and does. Gets free from that painful hold.
And Randy Orton. Looks like we are going vintage. All the time in the world.
And a heck of a DDT we just witnessed.
Breaker.
And his head is taking even more damage.
Oh, look at this here. Arm wrench.
Oh, fully adding insult to injury there. Got out of the way of that one.
A string of counters.
Some well-timed defense on her part.
Neckbreaker.
That should do it right there. And so Randy Orton has to exit this gauntlet match.
All right. Roman Reigns is headed into this gauntlet. Fez press takes him down.
Every superstar in this gauntlet match is highly capable in their own right, but there can only be one to stand tall at the end of the night.
And to be that one after starting at position number 1, that's a lofty goal. It's definitely possible, but just know that this is going to be a long night.
Set up in the corner. What is coming next?
Reigns is facing some serious trouble.
Reigns is breaking down a bit.
Alley-oop!
And AJ is getting the crowd going.
Clubbing blow.
Rolled into a crucifix.
Oh, leg lariat.
AJ Lee setting it up.
Shining wizard.
Cover. 2. He narrowly avoids the count.
Just barely, but it counts.
Looking for something big here. Nice takedown. Stack them up.
Here is your winner, the OTC, Roman Reigns!
I understand having that me versus the world mentality, but at the end of the day, the weight of the world will always be too much to handle. This gauntlet match was the perfect encapsulation.
I'm not going to rub salt in the wound here, but you really... My first couple of years with WWE were a whirlwind. I was ECW champion, I teamed with DX at the Survivor Series, and I finally made it to WrestleMania. I won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 24, which led to what I consider, what most consider, to be the best cash-in of all time.
CM Punk has done it! Mr. Money in the Bank has become Mr. World Champion!
This upset a lot of people, including my old friend JBL. JBL didn't like a thing about me, how I looked, how I talked, how I wrestled, music choice. Everything about me bothered him. And he saw SummerSlam as his opportunity to declare to the world that CM Punk does not belong. JBL thrives when he can strong-arm somebody. A true tyrant who takes great pleasure in badgering anyone who sees beneath him. I had no illusions that this was going to be an easy fight. My only plan was to hit him as hard as I could and beat the respect into him at SummerSlam. Now go put JBL in his place. Avoid the clothesline if you can. And let's make sure JBL feels like he's been sent to hell.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Cole coming to you alongside Corey Graves and Wade Barrett, live from SummerSlam. CM Punk, who captured his first World Heavyweight Championship just 7 weeks ago, is set for his biggest title defense yet.
Cole, why are you focusing so much on Punk when we are in the midst of the wrestling god? And our next World Heavyweight Champion, John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL has the look of a champion, the entrance of a champion, and he may be minutes away from becoming a champion.
JBL telling Punk last week that fairy tales aren't real, that midnight will strike here tonight at SummerSlam.
Talk about Cinderella. JBL's been calling Punk Cindy lately.
JBL, the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history, hopes to add the world title to his collection tonight. He's had great success over the years here at SummerSlam. Here's the man who won the title at the end of June when he cashed in Money in the Bank in a surprise on Monday Night Raw. CM Punk, the underdog who has had uphill battles ever since winning the World Heavyweight Championship, has held on to that championship and he's worn it proudly. CM Punk fans have been saying CM Punk is not a so-called transition, and that's what Punk hopes to prove tonight.
JBL has called Punk a transitional champion, and worse. This is another top test for Punk here at SummerSlam.
Introducing the challenger from New York City, weighing in at 290 pounds, John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL. And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk!
That's what it's all about, folks. The World Heavyweight Championship. A prize worth fighting for.
For CM Punk, this is a must-win match, not just to retain his title, but to prove himself to all the naysayers out there.
There are those, including JBL, who just don't believe Punk is cut out to be a champion. JBL thinks this match is his chance to end Punk's Cinderella story and grab some gold for himself in the process.
Certainly no love lost between these two, and with the title on the line, we can expect one heck of a fight.
Taking flight! Cross-body from the top! The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title.
And there might be a lot of support in the crowd tonight for CM Punk, but I think that just adds more rage to every strike JBL delivers. JBL relishes at the opportunity to put a beating on anybody.
We all know that JBL prides himself on being, quite frankly, a bully. And he wants to bully CM Punk all over Indiana tonight.
This match is sort of a new school versus old school. CM Punk and JBL respectively. Who do you give the advantage to?
I have to go with CM Punk. Sure, JBL is a veteran, but Punk is on the bleeding edge of in-ring competition. Punk is inventive. He's still growing his game. JBL might be too set in his ways. JBL really wants to put Punk in his place tonight. Wants to snap Punk out of this Cinderella fairy tale he's living. Wants the world title to be represented by a real man once again.
Well, Punk's claiming he's earned his dream to be at SummerSlam and defend the championship to prove that he is a man. A win tonight would be a crowning achievement in Punk's career.
Well, midnight always strikes, and fairy tales are not real.
I think we know what he's thinking, and it's not going to be nice.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Set down hard.
Talking about these men, they couldn't be any more different. For JBL, it's all about running business, Wall Street, having a championship in one hand and a beer in the other. Very much the opposite of CM Punk, Corey.
It's country versus alternative music, Cole. But just because Punk prefers soda over beer or video games over boardrooms doesn't make him any less deserving of the World Championship.
Setting them up in the corner.
Turns it around.
Hit with a back elbow.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
JBL, high risk.
Wants to finish this.
From the top.
Diving double axe handle. The pin for the championship. And he manages to kick out at one.
The ref didn't even get to two.
Countered by CM Punk. CM Punk, the surprise champion who cashed in the Money in the Bank contract back in June, shocking the entire sports entertainment world. And many are still shocked that he's champion today.
None more shocked than JBL, but tonight is the opportunity to put all the doubters to rest.
Every time Punk defends that title, he has to prove himself again and again. The championship's around his waist because he earned it.
Highly competitive match. Punk defending the championship. JBL whipped into the corner. There's the vintage running knee by Punk.
And what a shocking victory this could be for the young up-and-comer CM Punk, but denied by JBL.
Bradshaw Bradshaw just too powerful for Punk, and now the wrestling god teeing off.
And JBL doing what he does best, manhandling his opponent. And JBL not too comfortable on the ropes, but going up there anyway.
Gotta do something here to put CM Punk away, and that may well do it, but it looks like JBL injured himself in the process.
Both men down, the official counting away here. First man to his feet could gain the advantage in the matchup. JBL looks like he's gonna just crawl to the cover. Shoulders are down. Punk kicks out.
And a late kick out there from CM Punk. Just enough gas left in the tank, and you can see the cogs whirring behind the eyes of JBL.
JBL looking to end it all here with a clothesline from hell.
Punk dodges out in time. Opponent lifted up, jaw, meet knee, down with a GTS. All hope might be lost for the challenger.
2. He's done it. CM Punk retains.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just have to get used to this. Once again, CM Punk has silenced the critics and proven himself as a champion.
This was a must-win title defense for Punk, and like you said, now everyone knows the champ is no easy target.